I'm currently freezing. Sorry, I forgot to turn that off. Okay! Hello, people of Earth. I'm cold. I'm also Ethan. I said that backwards. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Ethan. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Ethan. And I'm very cold. It's not that cold, but I'm very cold. I don't know why. I'm cold. So this is another story from Disney World, and this was like 2 days before the Tower of Terror incident. So I should have told this one first since it was like 2 days before, but whatever. It's fine. So this story happened in Epcot. Epcot is the park with the giant sphere thing that looks like a golf ball, but apparently it's not a golf ball. Whatever. Like, if you didn't want it to look like a golf ball, you shouldn't have made it look like a golf ball. Okay? Sorry. I just realized I'm still buckled in. Like, we're not moving. What? So that's the park Epcot, and then there's like a bunch of other like kind of futuristic-y ish things that are there, and then there's like an area where you can like walk around kind of all the countries of the world, which is pretty fun. I've always liked that park. But anyway, this happened kind of close to, I want to say like a place called like Mouse Gear or something, but I don't really know if that's right because I can't remember the name of the store. All I know is that it's like a big Disney store, which that narrows it down, right? There's like 9,000 of those there, but it's kind of closer to the Epcot ball thing. We were going inside this store. Could be called Mouse Gear, could not be, don't remember, not the point. So that was odd. My phone connected. Okay, sorry. That was so weird. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. Sorry. So we were like going inside the store, you know, we were like having time to kill, so we're just like looking around. We bought some like pens and stuff like that, and my car's being stupid. Okay, so this is like crucial to the story. Clearly, if you've seen the title. So I have a bag with me, and I have some of my stuff in it, and it's like a Polaroid bag. I brought my Polaroid camera. And so I have this like really nice Polaroid camera that prints like the big square pictures, and then I have like a Polaroid camera bag, and then I had like my sunglasses and other small stuff inside that bag. And my mom had her purse, and she had a backpack on that had like our autograph books, and we put like stuff that we bought in there. And then my dad had a bag, which he carried like the ponchos and all the water bottles and like some other stuff, like snacks and stuff like that. So we each kind of had a bag. We're like, you know, walking around the store. We're like, oh, I kind of want this. Oh, that looks cool. And, you know, we just like, we bought some like pins because we have those like lanyards, and you know how like Disney World like is kind of known for like all the pins that they have. So we bought like 1 or 2 pins, I think, me and my sister did. And we stuck them in mom's bag, and we were like, you know, walking around, and I feel like we had got something else, or my mom had bought something else. I can't remember really what it was, but really not the point. And then we kind of left this store, and we walked over to like this nearby like park bench thing that was kind of in the shade. It was like the only one in the shade. So we sat down, and we're like, woo, okay, so what do we want to do now? So my mom gets out like the map, and we're like looking, trying to figure out stuff. And then in China, like not legit China, like around the countries, like in the China pavilion, I think is what they call it. I don't know. Don't quote me on this stuff. But there was like a meet and greet for Mulan, and Mulan is like my sister's, like one of my sister's favorite Disney characters. So we're like, oh my gosh, we should totally go there. And my sister's like, yeah, we should. So we we're sitting on this bench, and while we're like doing all of this, Mom's like, hey, can you put this like bag inside my backpack? And my sister's like, yeah, take it off. And so she took it off, and then they like stuck the shopping bag inside her other bag so that she'd only have one bag. And so then we were like sitting there, we were trying to figure out what we wanted to do, and that's when we found like the whole Mulan thing. So we're like, okay. And then it said she leaves in like a couple minutes, so but she'll come back like in 30 minutes after that or something. So we like were like, oh, maybe we can like beat the time. So like we took off running, and like we went all the way from like this store all the way across the park to, we didn't like take off running, we just kind of like walked around, you know, like nonchalantly. We knew where we were going, but we were like, you know, just kind of like, we were on a mission, but we weren't like, you know what I mean. So we get there, and then they're like, oh, I'm sorry, like the line is closed for this, but she'll be back in like 30 minutes. And we're like, well, shoot, okay, that's fine. So she's like, you can wait around if you want to. And we're like, yeah, we'll just wait. So we like sat there because like it'd be stupid to go and do something like for 30 minutes, and then by that point you'd come back and like there'd be 90 other people in line. So we chose to wait, and then we would be the first people in line, because yeah. So we waited, and then right as the line started moving up, like when she was like, she wasn't back yet, but the line, they like let the line start moving up. I really don't know how or why, but whatever. So the line started moving up, and then my mom's like, where's my backpack? And we're like, wait, what? And we look around everywhere, and then we start freaking. I hate losing things. Like, that's a thing about me. I kind of start panicking, but I was trying to hold myself together. Like, we're in Disney, like it's fine, you know. So I kind of start panicking a little bit. And my sister's like, oh my God, like, what do we do? And my dad was like, kind of like, seriously? Like, what the heck? And then my mom was like freaking out too. There's like, you can see it in the corner, but there's like a moving truck, and like all of these neighbors are moving in. It's like this little old couple, and there's like so many people outside, and now they're all staring at me. At least I don't live here. We're like, oh my God, what do we do? And then my sister goes, the park bench. And we're like, oh my God. And me and my mom are like, okay, we're gonna take off running. You and Dad stay in the line. And so we took off running. Like, we're running as like fast as we possibly can. And guys, keep in mind, this is literally like all the way across the park. And on a map, it doesn't look that big, right? But in real life, it was like forever. So we're just running nonstop, and my mom was just like, go ahead of me. I take off running, and I don't know if I should include this part of the story or not, but like when I'm in horrible situations, like if you've seen my Atlanta video, you know that I get really, really, really ticked off easily when I'm under stress. So oops. Some lady ran into me, and she's like, excuse you. And I'm just like, oh, shut up. I'm sorry. I'm not nice. But she was rude. She's the one who ran into me. And she's like, excuse you. And I'm like, excuse yourself, brat. Sorry. I'm getting sidetracked, and I'm getting stressed out again because, I'm sorry, Jesus. Okay, so we take off running, and we finally, like, I kind of left my mother in the dust because she told me to keep going. And so I took off running, and I get to this park bench, and there's nothing there. And I'm like, like freaking out, you know. And I'm like, oh my God. So then I took off running into the store that was right next door to this like park bench. It was the closest store. It was the store that we like bought all the stuff in. And I run in, and there's like this little Asian dude was like buying something, and he was paying for it. And there was like this other guy, kind of like little shorter than me, had a beard, and he was like the worker. And I kind of feel bad for doing this, but I was like freaking out. So I literally like stepped right in front of this guy, and I was like, I need help. What do you do if you lost a bag? And the poor little Asian dude was like, wait, what? I'm supposed to be paying for this. Like, what are you doing? He looked so confused, and I felt really bad, but I was like, listen, like, you can pay later, okay? I'm having a crisis. So the worker's like, oh, I'll get Helga or whatever her name was to help you. She had a very interesting name. I don't remember what it was, but it was something similar. So she comes out and she's like, yes. And I'm like, oh. And I was like, what do you do if you lost a bag? And she's like, it might be in guest services. And I'm like, well, where's guest services? And she's like, you go out the other side of the store and you make a left until you see guest services sign. Then you turn right and then you will turn right again. And I'm like, what? And she's like, I show you. And she was so, and I'm like, so we took off, like, we're going, and as I'm walking out of the other side of the building, my mom calls me and she's like, hey, I'm talking to this worker, and she's like showing me where guest services is. And I was like, okay, I'm doing the same thing. And then the lady that I was with, she was not very much help at all. She was kind of rude. I didn't really like her particularly, but maybe she was having a bad day like I was, so it's fine. So she just took me to the end of the store and she's like, go this way, go right, and go left, or whatever she said. And I'm like, I think it was right the opposite. It was like left, right. I don't remember. But I'm like, okay. And then I'm still on the phone with my mom and she's like, the lady is taking me to the place. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll try to find you. If I can remember this psycho lady's instructions, go left, then right, then right. So as I'm trying to follow this lady's psychotic instructions, I'm still on the phone with my mom and I see her like walking with this lady. And so I like run up to him and then I hang up the phone and then we're like together again and we're like, okay, I'm like, and so we're like, thank you so much for like showing us where. And she's like, yeah, no problem. Like, she was super nice. And I'm like, why couldn't I get you? Like, seriously? I had to get Helga. Very serious woman. But anyway, this lady was super sweet and she showed us where guest services was and she's like, just go in. You'll probably have to fill out a paper if there was no ID or anything in the bag. And you might not get it back right away or something like that. I don't know how it really works. I don't remember what else she said, but we're like, oh my God, are you serious? And then as we're like, you know, walking kind of to the area, we're like, oh my God, the autograph books are in this. Like, my sister is not gonna have like the autograph books for when she meets like her favorite Disney character. Like, are you serious? And we already had like Disney characters like in our autograph books from past parks. So we're like, that's why we were like, one of the many reasons why we were freaking out about the bag. So we get there and we're waiting and the freaking guest services place is so quiet. There's no music at all. There's nothing. And everyone's like just really quietly whispering and it's super annoying. I see the trash man. Like, is he gonna kill me? I see the trash guy. But anyway. Okay. We're waiting there and it's like so quiet compared to the rest of Disney World. And if you've ever been to Disney World, you totally know what I'm talking about. So we're just kind of waiting there and I'm getting really annoyed and impatient because no one is helping us. And then finally this dude, this really perky guy, he comes out and he's like, hello, is there anything I can help you with? And we're like, yes. And we're like, we lost a bag and we don't know what to do. And he's like, well, I can help you with that. What does it look like? He was the most happy person I've ever met in my life, which, I mean, on a regular day, I would have been like, okay, I really like you. Like, you're super fun. And he was really nice, but I was just annoyed in the moment. So I'm just like, give me the bag. So he's like, what does it look like? And we described what it looked like. And then he's like, okay, is there any ID in the bag? And we're like, shoot. And so we're like looking at each other like, oh my God, what? And I was like, wait, I don't know if this counts as ID, but we have 2 autograph books in this bag. One says my name and then one says my sister's name. And then he's like, oh, okay, that's great. I'll look for that. And so he goes in the back and we're just like patiently waiting. Like, and so then he comes back out and he's like, is this the bag? And we're like, oh my God, yes. And we like shows and he's like, everything's inside it. And we look and we're like, oh my gosh, thank God. Thank you so much. And then we take off running and we're like running to, we're like running all the way from this area, like guest services, which is a little further up. It's like really close to the Epcot sphere, all the way down to China again. And we're like, and we're running. And then I tried to stop and I was like, I'm going to ask for some water. Cause normally in Disney World, they have like they give you free water. Like, if you ask for a water cup, they'll give you water. So I ask, and like, I was literally at this like bakery place, and they're like, I'm sorry, we don't have any water here. And I'm like, really? Like, you're a dang bakery. What? So my mom's like, hold on, I'll stop. Here's the bag. Take it to my sis. Take it to your sister and your dad. I'll like wait here. And so she goes and gets water, and I'm like taking off running, and I finally get there, and then the line is closed, and I notice there's like paramedics everywhere, and there's like the stretcher and everything like that, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? And my sister's like waving at me, and they told me to go around the opposite way, so I run around the opposite direction, which I really don't think you were supposed to go anyway, because that was kind of where like Mulan is supposed to come out. So oops. But I ran that way, and then like I was like, here's the bags, and my sister's like, literally this lady passed out like right behind us, and we were trying to help her, and my dad like gave her water, and we're like, what is happening? And so they shut down the whole line, and they're making everyone enter from the opposite direction, and we're like, wait, what? And so she kind of filled me in on that, which is kind of crazy because we both had like crazy days in different like areas. So like me and my mom, we had like an interesting time, and my dad and my sister had an interesting time. So, and like my dad's like, hey, do you need some water? Like, here's some water. And like the lady's friend that passed out, she's like, no, we don't want your water. We're gonna wait until the paramedics arrive, like the real paramedics. And I'm like, okay, brat, like, are you just gonna let your friend die? Like, take water. We've never used it. It's not even open. Like, don't be a butthole, okay? Sorry. But anyway, so the husband is like, we'll take the water. And like the best friend was like, which I hate people like that. I'm sorry. Like, I just had to rant again, like 50th time this time. But anyway, so everything was pretty much good with that. My mom finally came, and we got water. My face was all red, and we're like, and then we waited for Mulan for like another couple minutes, talked to some like nice people that were like directly behind us, and they were pretty cool. And they were from where my girlfriend is from, so like literally the same area, which is pretty funny. So we got to talking about that. It's totally random. It was their honeymoon, and I don't know why I'm including this, but they were like super nice people. So my face was like super red, and Mulan finally comes out, and me and my sister get a picture with her, and luckily there was like a shadow over my face to where like you can't see like too much of my ugly red face. But I'm not including that picture because it's ugly. So but anyway, so we met her, we got her autograph, everything was great. We moved on and had a wonderful-ish day. Kind of. We went to like Italy and then ate dinner. We had Mexico. Like, we had Mexican for like lunch, and then we went to like Italy and had dinner, which was fun. So I mean, there was like a fireworks show that night because it was like the Food and Wine Festival or something, but like it was for that, and then we didn't stay for that because we didn't want to like have no seat on the bus and have it be like super crowded, so we left. And then I think we ended up going to like Downtown Disney, which I'm still calling it Downtown Disney. Frick you, Disney. I hate that so much. Like, what the heck? Disney Springs. Like, and seriously, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna include this because I'm so mad at you guys right now. Why? Like, you literally like turned it into like this stupid little outlet mall. Like, it used to be so cute and like Disney, and now it's just not. It's all adult. It's stupid. It will be Downtown Disney forever. I'm sorry. Like, I'm never calling it Disney Springs. But anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that and turn the notification bell on so you know that when I post a video as crazy as this one. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and maybe it won't be too cold out there for you. I mean, it's not super cold here, but it's like 40 degrees in the morning, and I find that pretty cold. So, bye! I wanted to brag on my shirt, like, isn't that cool? Like, I love this shirt. I got it at Target. Super fun. But anyway, bye y'all.